Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Zak Shahid, your favorite dadpreneur, broadcasting live from Shahidville, the beautiful city of Columbus, GA. And guys, listen, I thought I would do this video to explain to you all how my dad, Nasir Shahid, inspired me to create the Dadpreneur Movement. So some of you may know who I am, or if you don't, it's your first time to my page. Let me give you a little bit of my background. So I'm originally from the Washington, D.C. area, and my dad has been an entrepreneur all my life. So if you guys have ever been to D.C., my dad is one of the vendors that you will see on the side, like selling t-shirts, incense, oils, anything you can think of. My dad sells on the streets of Washington, D.C., right? And if you ever been to Foggy Bottom, okay, Foggy Bottom is where my dad is at. My dad's been out there for 36 years, right in front of the GW Hospital at Foggy Bottom. And my dad told me a story a long time ago on why he started his business, right? Why he wanted to become an entrepreneur. So you see, when I was born 36 years ago, my dad told my mom, he said, hey, listen, you know, I don't want anybody controlling my time. I don't want anybody controlling my income. So I want to start my own business. He's like, I know I have a skill set to where I can sell products to make an income, right? My dad knew how to go buy from a wholesaler at wholesale price and then turn that back around and sell it, you know, at a higher price for profit. So my dad told my mom that he was quitting his job at the GW Hospital, like right when I was about to be born, right? And I never forget when my mom told me the story. So my dad told me like way before my mom did, but when my mom finally told me the story, my mom said, hey, I thought your dad was crazy. I told your dad, don't do it. Why is he going to give up a good job? How many of you have ever heard that, right? My mom said, why are you going to give up a good job, okay, to go, you know, follow a dream of selling as a vendor on the streets of DC? We don't know if that's going to work. We don't know if that's going to work, right? But my dad said, hey, listen, I have a dream. I don't want anybody controlling my time. I don't want anybody controlling my income. I want to be able to provide for my family, okay? And I don't want a boss telling me what to do. So my dad quit his job, okay, at GW Hospital, and he has been a vendor outside at Foggy Bottom train station for the last 36 years. So if you guys ever go to Washington, D.C. and you go to Foggy Bottom, majority of the time between the week, on the weekdays from Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturdays, my dad is out there, right? At the same spot he's been for 36 years. And then here's the crazy thing, guys. When I was born, my dad told my mom he did not want anybody else raising his son, right? So he told my mom, hey, listen, you now have the option to stay at home to raise our son. And guess what? My mom stayed at home, and my mom has not worked a job for 36 years. Okay, 36 years. Matter of fact, my mom is on the way down here to Shahidville, Columbus, Georgia on Monday to spend time with her grandbabies, right? So my mom hasn't worked for 36 years, and my dad provided us a lifestyle to where he controlled his income. He was able to have my mom stay at home to raise her sons, right? Now, was everything perfect growing up? Absolutely not. Because if you guys are an entrepreneur in any type of way, you know it's not always perfect, right? So I seen my dad go through struggles, right? I even remember when my dad went to go get a second job at the 7-Eleven in Northeast DC just to make ends meet when his business wasn't going right, okay? I remember that. So things were not always perfect, but my dad never gave up. My dad never gave up. My dad stuck to his dream. He wanted to be his own boss, okay? My dad has that entrepreneurial spirit. So for 36 years, my dad has been an entrepreneur, guys. He's been an entrepreneur. He provided for his family, raised 2 boys, okay? So that is what really inspired me for the Dadpreneur Movement. Now, I decided to take it to another level, okay? Somebody say another level, okay, if you're watching this video. I decided to go to another level because one day, a couple of years ago, I read this book right here. I read this book called The Cash Flow Quadrant, right? And when I was reading this book, Robert Kiyosaki in that book is explaining how even though you're an entrepreneur, as a self-employed person, you still are trading time for money, right? So if you don't physically go to work, then your money will stop coming in. And guys, I recognize that with my dad, right? Because growing up, I saw where I would ask my dad to come to a basketball game or to come to a school event, and my dad would say that he couldn't come because he had to go run his business. So when I read that book by Robert Kiyosaki, and he was talking about how a self-employed person, you still trade time for money, that made complete sense to me, right? So with this Dadpreneur movement, guys, you know, I want to make sure that I help dads get to the B side of the quadrant, the right side of the quadrant. So if you guys have not read that book, Cash Flow Quadrant, go read it. Okay, so I want to make sure I help dads get to the B side of the quadrant, the right side of the quadrant where we're creating residual income. Now, why do I want to be able to do that? Because guys, with residual income, you earn your time back. Okay, so even though my dad was his own boss, nobody controlled his paycheck. If my dad did not go to Foggy Bottom train station to sell his products, okay, he would not make any money. Okay, his business stops when he stops working. So guys, what I wanted to do with this Dadpreneur movement is I wanted to provide a platform to where dads can really earn their time back. So time freedom and money freedom. Okay. I wanted to have a platform where dads can come in and learn how to earn both, learn how to become a business owner when now you're leveraging systems. Okay. That's working for you. That's creating money for you, even while you're asleep. Okay, even while you're at your son's basketball game, your daughter's recital, whatever it is, you know, I want to be able to teach dads how to leverage systems to make money even when you're not physically at your place of business. Okay, so that's what the Dadpreneur movement is all about. And that's how my dad truly inspired me, because my dad has always been a hard worker, right? But again, I know for a fact if my dad did not go to Foggy Bottom for the last 36 years, every single day, the money would stop. Okay, so my dad, he did miss a lot of, he still missed a lot of the stuff, you know, for me growing up. Like I said, the basketball games and these school events that I was in, he missed it because he would be at work. He would be at his self-employed job, okay? Because when you're self-employed, you pretty much own the job. So my dad will be there, okay, versus being home and going to the events. Now, my dad provided a great lifestyle. Like I said, my mom has not worked for 36 years, okay? I can't remember a time where I really wanted for anything in my life, right? My dad was a great provider. But what I want to do for my sons, okay, what I want to do for other dads and their sons and their daughters, I want to make sure that we are in a position to where we earn our time back and we get our money back. So time freedom and money freedom, guys. So that's what this Dadpreneur movement is about. Okay, guys, if you heard anything that resonated with you tonight, if you are a dad out there, and listen, I help some moms too. I do help some moms, okay? So even if you're a mom out there and you're like, hey, I want to earn my time freedom back. I want to not have to worry about money anymore, okay? If you are tired of worrying about money and you really want to see how to leverage systems to work for you to where you can create residual income, guys, I highly recommend you click on the link above this video and really check out what we're doing here at the Dadpreneur movement, guys, so that way you can learn how to earn your time freedom back, learn how you can earn your money freedom back, okay? So that way, even when you step away from your business because you're spending time with your family, you still have the income coming in. So guys, this is Zak Shahid from Shahidville, Columbus, Georgia. Hopefully you all got some value from this message. Again, if this message resonated with anybody, make sure you click on the link right above this video, guys. Check out the Dadpreneur movement. Please feel free to send me a personal message if you guys have any questions about anything, all right? So I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you inside of the Dadpreneur movement.